Hey, YouTube world. Today, I'm struggling on what to say today. I had two things I was going to talk about. One, I'll just wait till Sunday scriptures, and I started to do something. Actually, I started to do this, and I didn't know that the battery in my microphone had died out. I haven't charged that battery I was telling you about. So I had to put my backup battery in while my chargeable battery charged up. So I think I'm just going to talk about trust. Why am I going to talk about trust? Because of things that are happening and things that have happened in the past, just based off of my life. I'm not going to say just based off of my life, but based off of my life as well as seeing it happen to others. First thing I want to say, and it says it in the Bible, put no trust in no man. Don't trust anyone, man or woman. Don't trust. You could barely, I'm not going to say you could barely. I'm just going to say you can't even trust yourself. I don't trust myself. Some people might be sitting up here saying right now, Rico, whoa, how can you say you don't trust yourself? How many times have you did something that you knew you shouldn't have done and it affected your life negatively? That is where I say you can't even trust yourself. Because you're supposed to be the number one person besides, actually, it's God, and then you are supposed to be taking care of yourself. God's always there taking care of you. But it's yourself that you can't trust because you're going to lead yourself down the wrong path. Don't trust anyone. Dude, that's one of the best life lessons, best wisdom thing you could hear is don't trust anyone. Why am I bringing this up? I've been watching a couple of YouTube channels the last couple of days. And of course, I'm missing Africa and my trip to Ghana. And I'm hearing people lately that have joined the bandwagon, not just the bandwagon to move to Africa, but the bandwagon to move to Italy, the bandwagon to move to somewhere in Europe, to Mexico, to China, to Japan. I'm hearing these people now coming back to the U.S. It's one of those things where the grass is always greener on. You always think that the grass is greener on the other side, and it's not. A lot of people put trust in what the YouTube influencers have stated. Sorry about that. That is my cell phone. That little beeping in the background. Let me turn it down so that doesn't keep. Well, I don't think I can. But anyway, let me just put it down here. As I was saying, I'll probably have to edit that, but I don't think I will. A lot of people have been watching people go to Africa, go to Italy, buy land. They're building their land. They're calling it off grid. They're calling it homestead, whatever you want to call it. And they're saying that this life is is the best thing that happened to them. And this is back in 2020. Actually, I'm even going to go far back as probably 2021, 2022, where people were moving out and thinking that life is going to be better elsewhere. I almost felt for that as well. I almost felt for several things listening to influencers. But because of my wisdom, because of my knowledge, and things that happened to me in the past, lessons learned, I tend not to trust what people say. I do my research. I check up on things that they say. Thank God that when I was doing my life journey to find out where my family comes from, and I did the DNA test, it said my bloodline runs to Ghana. I went to visit because one, I wanted to set my feet back on the homeland, back where I come from. And when I did that, it was one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life. I don't think anything's going to top that, going to Africa. It was a beautiful journey. I loved it. It was great. But before I went, I was listening to a lot of people that went there. And I always wanted to go. I didn't care what people were saying. Now, I'll even go further back. People kept saying, "Oh, Africa, everybody's living in huts. Oh, it's not. It's a third world country. It's horrible. It's this and that." No, it's not. And as you can see nowadays, Africa is woo. I mean, Accra. If you don't have money, you better not go there. It's starting to come pretty soon. It's going to be like Dubai. But anyway, uh, just trusting that, listen to people, and if you trusted what they said, you would never go. And I didn't. So I did my research. I found out, like I said, I found out I was there, and I went. The reason why I'm bringing Africa up, again, I was watching YouTube. I was watching people talk about buying land. A lot of people just jumped on the bandwagon. Some people went, some people moved. And now today they're moving back to the US, they're moving back to England, wherever they came from, they're moving back. One, they ran with the influencers saying, "Oh, it's $15 US dollars. You can live off of that for 6 months. Oh, $100. You're rich." They kept putting it out there. A lot of people believed it. A lot of people up and quit their jobs, moved there with nothing, no plan. And now they're moving back saying, "Oh, Africa's hard. Oh, Africa's this, Africa's that." You didn't do your research. You trusted an influencer. You trusted somebody else instead of doing your research. You put trust in somebody, and now you just hurt yourself. Going back to trusting yourself. You can't even trust yourself because you're going off of what somebody else said. So, why can I say this? I was this close, like I said before, of buying some land out in Africa, in Ghana. I've got my real estate license. So I know how land transactions happen. Land transactions happen all over the world the same way. And people sit up here and say, "Oh, no, it's not." Yeah, it does. Land, here's a pile of cash. I want to buy this land. You own it now. Now you just have to go through the legality on how that transaction happens. That might be a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same as it is anywhere in the world. A lot of people started thinking, "Hey, I don't have to go if I have a American, if I have somebody from England, if I have somebody from Japan, wherever they may be, living there, they're not going to pull the shades over me." Because most people are like, "Oh, Africans are this, Africans are that." No, they're not. They're just as anybody else. You can't trust anyone. So there's Americans over there that are taking money from individuals because people are trusting them that they're going to have boots on the ground, find land for them, and buy the land so they could go there and live. And they get ripped off. My thing is, why would you trust an American when you're sitting up here, you want to leave from America because of you can't trust no one? History goes, the Pilgrims came to the U.S. or came to this continent, and the American Indians shared bread with them. And what did they do to get the land? Hey, here's some blankets with a disease on it. Killed the people off. Because the American Indians trusted that they wouldn't do anything to them. You've read the history books. I'm not telling a story. Trust. Do not trust anyone. When you're on your laptop, you hit a site, a virus comes up. You're trusting that this alert is telling you you've got this virus and to call this number. Microsoft. When have you ever heard or seen Microsoft systems tell you to call them? Never. But you're putting your trust in this virus that somebody created to call it. The guy goes, hey, yeah, we got to go into your account. We got to look into your computer, find out what's going on. To get this fixed, it's going to cost you this much. To wire us the money, you got to do this. And people do it now, they're out of the money. Because they trust the person on the other line is going to help them out. Instead of looking at the thing and saying, why would this do this? Shut the computer down and turn it back on. That thing will go away. Half the time it's on the internet anyway. And in today's world, you've heard it happen, you've seen it happen. So, trust. People calling you on the phone. Oh, yeah, your credit card. We see that there was a payment. Can you please tell me what your credit card is? Now, somebody did this to me one time. They called my house saying that they wanted to go over my credit limit or something like that. And then they're like, am I talking to Enrico? And I said, well, first off, who are you? What company do you work with? And I do this all the time because people call up, hey, how you doing, Enrico? Who are you? And what company you with? Don't act like you're my friend. I don't know you. I don't trust you. Why are you calling me? Give me a reason why you're calling me. Who are you? What company you're with? If I don't know the company, I'm not going to divulge any information. So the person goes, yeah, we just wanted to up your credit limit, but we need to verify some information before we do. And I'm like, I didn't request any upgrade to my account. Who are you? And what company you're from? Oh, I'm with your Visa card. Okay. What company is it? Well, I mean, we can't give out any information because it's your personal information. We have to verify it's you. I'm like, you called me. So I need to verify who you are. If you're saying that you were looking at my credit line and you want to upgrade my credit, you should be able to give me that credit card number. Give me the last 7 digits of the credit card number then. That's what you guys always ask us. And then they hung up. I did not trust them. I did not trust that call. Sometimes I don't even go that far. Sometimes I'll just go, hi, thank you for calling. Or, I'm sorry, don't say that. I go, hi, can I ask who's calling? Or when I pick up the phone now. Hi, I'd like to know who's calling me. Sometimes they'll say it, or sometimes they'll beat around. Oh, is this Rico? I just want to find out, is this Enrico? Again, who is this, and why are you calling? Well, I need to. I just want to make sure this is Enrico. No, I need to know who this is, and then they'll hang up. Because if it's somebody that's important, if it's your doctor, half the times they'll even come out and say, "Yeah, this is Dr. Smith's office. Can I speak to Enrico?" Or they'll say, hi, is Enrico there? Yeah, who is this? Oh, I'm sorry, this is Dr. Smith's office. If it's your bank, oh, this is Savings and Loan Company. I just need to talk to Enrico. And then you could also verify more information before, because somebody could have gotten your bank information. Somebody could have got your doctor's information. You could verify that. Oh, what is the call for? Oh, we just need to check up on something on your account. Could you give me your account information? No. You called me. You have that information if you called me. You don't need to verify anything. You called me. Well, I can't go any further unless I know who this is. Okay, I'm gonna hang up and call a bank that I always go to, and I'll verify it that way. Now, if it's a legitimate call, they'll say, "Okay, fine, just do that, please," and they'll hang up. If it's not a legitimate call, meaning they're trying to scam you, oh no, you don't have to do that. We could just do it right now. Then you should have my information. So, again, this I don't want to ramble on. I just kind of want to point some things out there about how we put trust in things that we should put trust in. We need to do our due diligence. We need to verify. We need to check again, and check again. Like they say in constructions. And I'm sorry, construction. What they say in carpentry, they always say measure twice, cut once. Why? Because you want to make sure what you're cutting it to the right length. Same thing with anything else. And that's kind of holding yourself accountable by measuring twice. Accountability. Instead of trusting somebody, hold them accountable. Hold the people accountable. Stop saying trust. Hold them accountable. Getting back to what I said, measure twice, cut once. Getting into life. Verify, and verify some more. And then go do what you need to do. So with this, instead of me rambling on, I hope you guys got something out of it. Like I said, I started recording and my battery had died out on my first one. I still feel like I'm rambling, and that's what I said in my first video. I hope you got some valuable information out of this. Something that I said kind of stirred something up, got you going and rethinking things, especially about trust. Hold people accountable. Don't trust them. Hold them accountable. And if you like what I said, give it a thumbs up, give it comments, spread the word about my channel if you can, please. With all that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for spending your time. Until our next video, see ya.